Yo, what is up, Ship fam? What's up, YouTube? Hey, we're back with another truck build, another KSW Walker. Those of you that have watched my videos or watched my live streams know how much I enjoy KSW Walker's trucks and how much I think of his projects. You guys have seen me do the Peterbilt 352, the International 9300, his steerable dolly trailer. Really good stuff. And I wish I would have done this truck a little bit sooner. I'm going to show it to you. I can't wait to show it to you. But first, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up on the video. And if you haven't hit the sub button yet, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. We are a couple hundred away from our first 1,000 over here. I've really got to fix that. It says merch coming soon. Merch is here. I always leave a link to the merch website, our official website, shipstreams.com. I always leave that a link to that in the description, along with the description, along with the link to this truck in the description. This is KSW's KSW Walker's Dodge CNT 950. And this thing is just super cool, just like all my videos. We're going to take a look at it as if we were going to purchase it, and then we're going to fire it up and get it headed down the road. There are several different cab configurations. Of course, you have the day cab, which kind of looks so old school and looks so good as it is. It kind of it has that old Mac feel, you know what I mean? You have the sleeper cab, which I kind of like that, but you have the bigger sleeper cab, which is what I did. You also have the sleeper cab. I forget what this is called, Eagle or something like that. Or you have the silver one, so you have the chrome there. And then you have the regular sleeper cab. So those are your options. One chassis option, or sorry, two. The only difference is you can either have the red chassis color or the black. That's the two difference. Both of them are 6x2s. Both of them are 300 gallon. Um, both of them are 300 gallon fuel cells. So let's go ahead and let me grab this just because that's what I use. Engine wise, it comes with a bunch of engines, all Detroit diesel. It's got its own DD60 series. I am a big fan of Z-Mod's DD60. I like the sound of it. I like the shake brake of it. So that's what I added. But the Detroit diesel on this truck sounds really, really good. So if you don't have Z-Mods, like, you can use that. Or it comes with the Cummins 735 Lope. But my build, I used Z-Mods Detroit DD60 or Detroit Diesel 60. It does have an 18 speed, but you're going to find it in the form of 16 plus 2. Of course, I run company miles, so I use the retarder. But you have several options to choose from: 13 speed, 10 speed, and they all have the options of with or without the retarder. One option for the interior, but you can make a few changes. So maybe you want to change the steering wheel. Maybe you want the black, or you can go with the brown. That kind of matches the wood panel, but you also have your white. So and then you can also change the panel. You have your black panel, dark wood, or your light wood. I went with the black panel. Let's see, air conditioner items. Those are just your interior items right there. You have a spot for your floor items. Your interior, the white here is going to change based on the color of the truck, and I haven't been able to find a node to change the interior. Everything that I have found in there is for exterior changes only. So you can add a CB radio, or you can hang some items. So I haven't found any node that allows me to change the color of the interior, and I've clicked them all here. So Oh no, there it is, upholstery, right between. You know what? This would have come in much handier. There we go. So you can change the color of the upholstery. I was in such a hurry before this morning's live stream, I didn't see it. So there you go. You can. It proved me wrong. So light tan, blue, black, green, and red are your options for your interior. There are a lot of options on the exterior, though, including lots of paint jobs. And what I really like about Kashado Walker's trucks are um, you can add your SDS paint jobs if you want to. So, for example, I have a lot of the old school stripes. That looks pretty cool on this truck. Um, and then you have, you like your horizon. That's what I used on my truck. You can use your flare. So that way, if you're using any trailers that take these, you can match the trailer in the truck, which is exactly what I did. Today's the first day ever I'm going to use the in-game cistern that came with update 1.47. Never used that before, so I'm kind of excited. So after that, you have some really scaly, like, I don't want to say scaly, except for this one, Scales of Midnight. But you have a lot of different, you know, stuff that's gonna shine and kind of look pretty cool. So, and then you just have your normal colors and your metallic colors, and then you can also have your solids and stuff like that. So red metallic, and then here's your solid colors. So nothing as far as skins with the truck, but you can use some of your DLC skins if you own them. Exterior changes, which is pretty cool. Maybe you want to put on some beacons like I did. Maybe you want to add a AC, which I did not. Two nodes for horns. So if you want to put, I use the super roar. I just like the sound of those. And then the other thing you can add are cabin lights. And what I like about this, Shadow Walker does this with all his trucks. If you have a light pack that you enjoy, or that you prefer, it's an open node. So if I had a light pack, it would show up in here. But all I have is the in-game stuff right now. So you can put what you want on it. No sun visor on this truck, which I wasn't really disappointed, but I really do like Shadow Walker's trucks. I like his sun visors that he puts on his trucks. They're always really, really cool, and there's always a painted and a chrome option. So, front of the truck. So maybe you want to put the black, kind of looks like a Ram, but the Dodge. Or maybe you want to get some horns on it. Legends get them. Maybe you want a gold one, or maybe you want the painted one. Options as far as the Dodge goes, you can change it. You can make it painted to match the truck. Maybe you want it, um, maybe you want it chrome. Maybe you just want the black and chrome. So there's a couple options there as far as the Dodge emblem. And then lots of options as far as this goes. Lots, but you can go black, painted, which I always like. I love that in a truck. Excuse me. I love it when you can paint the inside of the grill to match the truck. I like that. And then you can also change your headlights. Maybe you want to put a black eyelash over it. Or maybe you want the painted eyelash over it with the chrome. Lots of options there. Or maybe you want it all black. That's really, really cool. Bumper, not a lot of big bumpers. You have the big horn bumper, which I think if you're going to put the horns on it, I think that would look kind of cool. But I think there's like 16 bumpers in all. Kind of like this one. It's got the guides. I like that. This is the one I used. I like that bumper. Very old school, but that's what this truck is. It's a very much, it has a lot of that old school feel. There's a New York license plate, and that is a current New York license plate. That's where I live. So New York. Anyway, so lots of bumper options. 16 of them to be exact. Maybe you want some painted. I didn't find anything where I could paint the steps. You can have well, that kind of changes it, the black and black there. Or you can do the chrome, red. So a couple options there. I went with the chrome and or I went with the red tank with the chrome straps. Couple different options as far as wheel fenders, the rear ones. I like that. That was the one I ran today. Or you can do it in silver. You can paint it. So you can have it in black. You can have a half one. So lots of options as far as fenders goes. I think that probably looks the best to me. Let's see here. You can also do. You want to do matching side skirts. I think that looks pretty good. I don't think there was a way to change the. Yeah, there was not a way to change the cables. So, but that's about it. And then exhaust. Where was it? Exhaust changes here. Maybe you want to paint it. Maybe you want it to match the color of the truck. But wait a second, this didn't change. Your note is right up there. So that was what I chose. I like that. I prefer the 45s. Or no, that's not the angle. That would be the 45s. But yeah, lots of options as far as that goes. But really, really cool. Or maybe you want to go bigger, much bigger. That looks pretty cool too. So, but lots of options on this truck. But also really simple. You know, maybe you want to change the color of the mirrors. You know, I think the truck has a lot of things that a lot of options, but because of its age, you know, that old school, it kept that old school feel where you don't have a lot of options. So even though there's options for you, it's not overwhelming. It's not like opening up, you know, I'm not taking a dig. I love the hater built. I love the hater shaker. There's a lot of options. I love Pinga's 389. Looking at those nodes is overwhelming. This, not so bad. Not a lot of options, but like I said, it gives it that old school feel. You didn't get a lot of options in those days. And of course, if you have a wheel pack that you like, I'm a big fan of Felipe Combar, so I always throw some Felipe Combar rims and tires on it. But that is the truck. That is the Dodge CNT 950 by KSW Walker. This thing is so much fun. Let's take it for a ride down the road. Let's fire this thing up. Let's take it for a ride. I'll let you see it and hear it yourself. As I mentioned, I'm using the in-game cistern that came with the 1.47 update. And I matched the paint as close as I could. I am running the DD60 by Z-Mod, so let's get that thing fired up. I do have the 650 horsepower option, I think. Oh man, I love it, love it, love it, love the sound of it. This thing just looks cool, man. It's old school, but it looks cool. Let's go ahead and get our GPS up, and we'll get this thing headed down the road. We got a 214-mile trip. We're headed, oh man, I don't even know where I am. We're in Socorro, New Mexico, and we're gonna head up to Albuquerque and over to Gallup. So it should take us, in game, it should take us about, just shy of 4 hours. And that's ATS time. That is not real time. All right, let's get this thing out here and get headed on down the road. The interior definitely has that old school feel. I mean, you just look around. And the colors, keep in mind, I wish I would have found out you could change the color of the interior before this morning's live stream. I still have the tan. I think the red would look pretty cool in here. But it definitely has that old school feel, man. I think the CB might be a little newer than the era of the truck, but you could do that. You could put a new, you know, maybe it was a replacement. Listen to that Z-Mod Detroit Diesel 60. It just sounds good. But again, the engines that come with this truck sound really, really good as well. I've never had a Z-Mod or a KSW Walker truck that the engines didn't sound good. They're all really, really good. So I think overall, whether it's the engine, the truck, the sounds, the textures, KSW Walker does a really, really good job. So we're going to get this thing out on the highway. I'm going to zip it, and I'm going to let you guys enjoy the sights and sounds of this Dodge CNT 950. hadn't noticed, there is some really cool animations on this truck. Look at the signal. So watch the lever come back up when I shut the signal light off. That's a cool animation. And then check out the window. Look at the window animation. Not the actual window itself, the handle. There is a lot of cool detail, a lot of stuff that it takes a couple trips with the truck to notice. Little things like the signal light lever or the handle for the window. You know, let's get back in the other side. There we go. We were in this. We're doing 16 to 75, and we're in the fast lane going slow. So a lot of this, a lot of the animations in this truck are like, they're just little things. They're subtle, and it takes you a few trips before you're like, oh my god, didn't notice this before. So it's really, really cool. We're just under 50 miles to Gallup. Yo, this is the first time I used the in-game cistern that came with the update for 1.47. I really like it. And the payouts, oh my god, the payouts are unbelievable. It's like, I don't know, it's over $100 per mile. That's insane. That's really good money. But today we're hauling liquid propane, or LG. I think it's propane, LP. And yeah, it's really cool. I didn't know you were going to be able to match paint jobs for your SCS skins that you've purchased. I had no idea. I've been so thankful that all the mods that I've purchased, I'm so thankful for those modders that are working to get their mods updated to 1.47. I've been using all modded trailers and trucks. I never even thought to try the in-game cistern, so really, really cool. And big payout, so I really like it. Right now, guys, this will be a good chance for me to show off the shake a little bit, because we're getting off the highway here, and just give this a little listen, guys. If that shake doesn't put a smile on your face, take these two fingers, put them here, and check for a pulse. If you don't like that, make sure you have a beating heart, because that is one of the best sounds in the world. All right, we are just around this turn from ExxonMobil. That's where we're delivering this. I can see the red flag up here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna call dispatch, find out where the receiver wants it. So let's go ahead and check with dispatch. Let dispatch know we made it. We're gonna play it safe, just so I don't have any camera issues. We have a good spot to go ahead and take a look, one last look at this Dodge CNT 950. I might have screwed this one up. Looks like we aren't. Well, I might be all right. We might be able to look at it. No, we're under. Yeah, we're underneath. That's all right. That's all right. It'll look more realistic. So let's pull this thing in here. Let's try to get a ding-a-ling. That's what we call it. The little green ding. We call it a ding-a-ling. I just had it, but I want to straighten the truck up. All right, let's go ahead and get paid. So they're gonna unload it. We are late, which I knew. I skipped time. And we got paid zero money. So that one was a freebie, but we got to use a really cool truck and a really cool trailer. So there we go. We made no money, but ExxonMobil got their delivery on time. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Shadow Walker's Dodge CNT 950. Really enjoy the truck. The link will be right in the description, along with anything else you might have noticed. Uh, the sounds, the Zmod, link to Zmod's website will be there, uh, along with JBX graphics and weather, um, and my live streams. If you haven't been over to Twitch yet, to hit the follow button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And while you're here, do me a favor. If you have made it this far and like the content, do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel. We're a couple hundred away from 1,000. And if you haven't yet, hit the thumbs up. That would really help the channel as well. Along with, if you have any suggestions on trucks, whether it's paid or freeware, let me know. If you have suggestions, if you have vehicles that you want to see, let me know in the comments. I'll gladly try them out. Your suggestions could be the next video. Let me know. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you joining me on this journey. Until next time, be safe, look after one another, be kind to yourself. You deserve it. Much love, everybody. Peace.